Happy All Saints Day. Yeah, no, you heard me correctly. It's an alleged holiday that's supposed to happen today. It had a lot more significance way back in the cut. It was supposed to be a day, right, where you'd go and you'd spend the entire day at church. You'd get down there and you'd pray on all of the stuff that you did on All Hallows Eve. So it was more or less an autopsy on what happened on the night before. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to take a look at some of the Halloween costumes, at least some of the stories that at least caught my eye, because some of them are kind of hilarious. Another one is, I don't know, man, this is just a bunch of people looking to get outraged. And then another one that's kind of pushing the taste. It's like, it doesn't bother me at all whatsoever, but you can understand why people are upset. But first and foremost, you got Josh Duhamel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly, but he's been in a bunch of really good stuff. I think he's a really talented actor. I just don't know why it didn't take off. I'm sure it probably has something that, maybe he wasn't comfortable doing certain things that certain agents or certain producers in Hollywood wanted him to, because that dude, he really should have took up the whole, lanky, 6 foot tall, kind of craggy looking face dude. You should have taken that mantle directly off of Clint Eastwood. But hey, man, I don't know how all of this stuff ended up shaking out. But him and his girlfriend or his wife, I'm not entirely sure about this. But even still, big ups to him. Josh Duhamel, 49 years old, and Audra Mari, 28 years old. Troll age gap has Anna Nicole Smith and her disheveled husband. If you're not familiar with that story, oh my lord, that goes back a long time ago, because I remember when that stuff was kicking off and I was probably single digits years old. Okay, if you're unfamiliar with the Anna Nicole Smith story, she is the most famous gold digger that was out there. Okay, she was the Playboy model, way back in the cut, mid to late 90s and all that stuff, and then she married. Sure, she loved him or his bank balance, whatever, man. It's another one of those examples of just the lengths to which a woman will go in order to sacrifice maybe a little bit of her beauty, a little bit of her youth in order to secure the bag. Because hey, man, if she's got the in there, okay, she just has to put in a little bit of legwork there right at the end, and then she'll just end up cashing out, being a multi-millionaire, and then she can go out there and then try to find the man of her dreams in her late 20s, early 30s. She really was. Oh man, now that I think about this more, and I didn't anticipate doing the autopsy on this one, but I guess we're here. But Anna Nicole Smith really was the blueprint to that strong, independent woman, that the ones that you see now, especially in some of the bigger cities that are around the United States, with all of that sugar baby culture that's out there. Okay, they got that simp on retainer who they may or may not be fucking, or at least doing some weird stuff or sending some compromising pictures to, and then just having them pay all of their bills. It's normally an older man. That's exactly what's going on now, and it was shamed a lot more because Anna Nicole Smith, I don't know, maybe she was just so brazen about it. I don't know, man. I don't know. That deserves an entire video in and of itself. I just wanted to talk about hilarious Halloween costumes. So regardless, okay, let's get back to this. They've got jokes. They got jokes. Josh Duhamel, 49, and Audra Mari, 28, use their hilarious Halloween costumes to hit back at the haters who have criticized their age gap. I take a look at this one, like, okay, he's going to be, he's 49 right now, okay? There is, the 21-year age gap, and you know what? Hey, big ups to him, okay? They're both adults, they're both in both consenting parties in this relationship, okay? I see absolutely nothing wrong with that at all, other than the fact that maybe you're being a little self-deprecating by, just playing up the huge age gap that's there, but outside of that, though, it's pretty good form. The newlyweds channeled late Anna Nicole Smith and her husband J. Howard Marshall while attending the Casamigos Halloween party in Beverly Hills, California, Friday night. Oh yeah, all of the celebrities were out there in full force. I'm not too sure if we're going to get through all of them, but there was some creative costumes that were out there. Some of them are, kind of funny, okay? For my distaste for Halloween aside, it was a pretty high-end affair, okay? And then you also had Megan Fox's crazy ass out there with her, toothpick rapper of the week. Is like, I don't know what's going on there, man. That deserves that on top of the Anna Nicole Smith thing. Okay, that entire scenario deserves its own autopsy at a later date, but less said about them the better. Okay, that's just another one of those trademark examples that can be summarized with one simple question: who's looking after the kids? Just asking. Okay, Mari perfectly resembled the iconic Playboy model who was 26 when she said I do to her then 89-year-old oil tycoon husband. Nobody had any assertions, okay? Every once in a while, if he had the opportunity to get it up, he could slip it into a 26-year-old Playboy model. Do you fucking knock the guy for doing that? I don't think so. In a stunning black dress and a voluminous blonde hair. Yeah, she didn't look that bad, okay? All things considered, it's like, okay, cool. There's actually two things that are missing to complete the costume, but hey, man, it's really not that bad. And then also to just make mention of Josh's prosthetic work as well, like, that's really, really, really fucking good. Like, that's Hollywood quality right there. I guess that's where all of those, big budgets are going now to just, elaborate Halloween costumes. That would make the most sense because yeah, that's what they look like regularly, okay? And that right there, if we were to do the line test and any of that stuff, brother Josh right there is holding impeccable frame. Don't know anything more about their relationship. Obviously, that looks like at least an engagement band. It's probably a wedding band as well. Not entirely sure about that, but yeah, man. They won. They won when it came to dunking on the trolls and looking like they're having a pisser of a time. And now I'm taking a look at that movie poster that's right behind them. And then there's three people right there with the top billing who I have an immense amount of respect for. Bandit? Never heard about him. It's probably a good show then. Anyways, somebody who was catching quite a bit of heat, and it's not exactly all that dissimilar of a situation to the Duhamel and Mari costume. I don't know if this was at the same party or not, but the same theme is there regardless. It's sick and twisted. Billie Eilish, whatever, 20, and Jesse Rutherford, 31. Okay, so previously we went from a 21-year age gap, but no, it's funny to think if there would be that mocking if it was a 31-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man. I'm just wondering if there'd be any or as much upset about that. Anyways, slammed over disturbing Halloween costumes, which saw age gap couple dressed as a baby and an old man. Yes, because wearing a bonnet and, I don't know, being pushed around in a stroller automatically makes somebody a baby. Well, I guess if you dress up like a woman, you can be called a woman in today's day and age, so is it really that far of a fucking stretch? Eilish, 20, and her new boyfriend, Jesse Rutherford, have been slammed over their disturbing baby and old man Halloween costumes, seemingly taking aim at the critics of their age gap romance. They elicited the response that they were looking for. Let's keep it a buck. The singer dressed up as a baby, complete with diaper and bonnet. All right. Normally have to pay extra for that, but okay. The singer dressed up as a baby. Oh, yes, I already covered that. While Rutherford sported a bald cap and wrinkled prosthetics in photos posted by Pop Crave in one snap, which was posted by Billy's brothers, Phineas's There's so many names that are there that I do not understand. Phineas's partner, Ash. Okay, the No Time to Die hitmaker. What are we doing here? Where are we? Just a question for people out there. I know the name Billie Eilish. I don't know any of her songs. There was that one meme song that she had from a while back, but does anybody actually know what music she sings? Like, you probably know who she is, and I guess that might be a testament, because nowadays you just find songs that you kind of potentially like before you know who the artist is, and this is one of those rare situations where it's just run back the other way. Anyways, the hitmaker wore doll-like makeup, blonde wig, and an outfit emblazoned with teddies. Okay, cool. So she lived it up. What are we doing here? Pair have not posted about their costumes on social media, unlike literally every other celebrity that's out there. Okay. They were branded thick and twisted by fans because they didn't want to post the pictures. Oh, okay. The pair's 11-year age difference, especially as he may have known her since she was a minor, has recently sparked backlash across social media. Okay, do you know that for sure? Or is it just more speculation and then just also finding a way to shame men for their innate desires for younger, tighter, hotter? You can draw your own conclusions. One fan wrote, Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford's matching Halloween costumes is incredibly sick and twisted, especially with their age difference and power imbalance. Yeah, because I don't know who the fuck Jesse Rutherford is, and she's probably got quite a lot of societal sway. Just thinking, it's not funny or chic, it's not poking fun, it's disturbing, and the adults in her life are letting her down once again. She's 20. The age in which you're considered an adult by many places that are out there is 18 years old. She still can't theoretically drink or smoke or do anything that involves vices, but come on now, she's at a party with a bunch of celebrities. She's probably doing whatever the fuck she wants, and probably has for a very long time. But to try to paint her as a minor, like, come on now, that falls on deaf ears if you know even a modicum of information about this situation. Another wrote that Billie Eilish's costume is extremely disturbing, and I absolutely hate it every time it comes across my timeline. Oh my god, if it's that disturbing, just get off fucking social media for a minute, you fucking mongoloid. While a third typed, I wish I could wash my eyes with soap and scrub this from my mind. Well, during all that free time, maybe you could learn a thing or two about grammar and capitalize those I's that are there. Another wrote, I mean, they're trolling the people that are having an unnecessary opinion about their relationship. So, in a way, you're proving their point and making their joke even funnier. I read that with a sinister tone, but that was actually kind of supportive. And it's like, okay, cool. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Okay, they aren't hurting anybody. Nobody's being coerced in this situation. You can try to throw those grooming accusations that are on there. Meanwhile, you could probably scroll through these people's fucking timelines. You can see a whole bunch of trans activism apology on there and saying, oh no, they're not groomers if they convince somebody to lop their tits off at the age of 14. Okay. I just think it's funny, man. Like, baby costumes were, hey man, back before Halloween blew up into this gigantic quasi-holiday that's on the verge of being an actual holiday, quicker than Election Day is, which is kind of fucking weird and degenerate in and of its own sense. Like, Halloween was always that thing. It's like, okay, cool. If it landed on a weekend, you might have some people having a Halloween costume party. Other than that, like, the world doesn't shut down for October 31st. That's only been a recent revelation. I don't know why, I don't know how. I'd have to probe in a little bit deeper on that, but that's just kind of a funny costume, all things considered. And here's another one that's, I'd consider a funny costume, but a lot of people aren't considering it funny for very obvious reasons. This is a hate crime. Teens blasted for Justin Trudeau Halloween costume. No, they're just coal miners. What are you doing? Okay, a group of white Utah teenagers. Yeah, we know, we can tell because those aren't actual prison jumpsuits, are being slammed online for an alleged hate crime. Who's being hated on here? Prisoners? Okay. After they were seen grinning in a viral video on TikTok. Oh wow, a 45-second clip taken out of context. Even though it's kind of tough to just explain it away in today's climate. Like, honestly, this is just a fucking funny costume. It's just three bros being dudes and people laughing and smirking at it. And you know what? Those three guys right there are more brave than just about anybody else you can point to, okay, outside of people that are running headfirst into burning buildings, okay, into a dangerous scenario involving a deadly weapon. Like, what is the most verboten thing? The thing that could end a career in a moment if a picture like that surfaces online and you don't hold impeccable frame in dealing with it? That would be blackface, my friends. Outside of the impeccable frame, if you run as a member of the Liberal Party of Canada, then all of a sudden it's like, black what? The face who? Yeah. Oh, it was a different time. That was like literally yesterday. Come on, what do you guys continue to talk about this stuff for? That's the way that you play it off. But anyways, the video posted Halloween night. Yeah, because it would look real. Like, these guys would have fucking gigantic Bosu-sized balls if this was like October 20th and then they just showed up to class like that. Depicted three kids, three of them dressed in prison uniforms with their faces and hands colored black. Yeah, they actually went the extra mile. They went full Trudeau on this one. They got hands and everything. That's all we see in the picture here, so hopefully that's the only thing that they covered black as well. Have to ask their girlfriends. While others in the group were a full police uniform. The group was apparently gathered at the Cedar City Walmart. Who are these kids in Cedar City, Utah? The funniest fucking collective of individuals I've seen in a long time. Please spread this so we can find them. Yeah, because people could be offended by a costume. I thought we'd been over this like for a long time. Anyways, several onlookers near the teens can be seen smirking or laughing in the clip. Yes, it looks like everybody was horrified because these guys decided to pull the ultimate prank in 2022. Several onlookers near the teens can be seen smirking and laughing. You guys are not going to get into college, said the person behind the camera. You guys are not going to get any scholarships because this is a hate crime. Oh my god, it's almost like somebody's looking to be offended out there. At Walmart? Cool. What's more offensive is you're putting it on blast that you're at Walmart. Meanwhile, these guys are just trying to, joke around. But also, hopefully, they're just going to trade school or, I don't know, starting a business so that they can out-earn literally anybody who does go to college outside of the very few slight exceptions. One of the teams claimed it doesn't matter since they don't go to school. Yeah, joke's on you. I'm actually out on parole. We all dropped out of high school. It's okay. Obviously a joke, said one of the boys before laughing and turning away with the other group members. Yeah, no, exactly. Who are they actually hurting? Theoretical people on TikTok? Bruh. I hope the Chinese censor that reviews this video had a fucking chuckle at it. I still don't think it's appropriate that you guys are doing this, says the kids walking, or this woman. Of course it's a fucking Karen. She's really upset because she has no more mask mandates to yell about. Get your mask on, stay 6 feet away from me. And now she just needed to go out there and get, offended on behalf of disenfranchised black people that she's probably met 2 of in her entire life. It's really not funny. I don't know, man. It seems like that guy's having a good time, and then a couple of other people are smirking at it as well. Utah Governor Spencer Cox, what the fuck? It got all the way up to the governor's mansion, issued a statement concerning the video on Tuesday. Oh my god, who is this cuck? We strongly condemn racism in all its forms, and we call on every Utahn. Utahn? Is that the name of the citizens of Utah? That's their demonym? Oh, they need to work on something better. To reject such offensive stereotypes, slurs, and attitudes. Yeah, I don't think anybody was dropping hard R in Walmart. Like, they got balls, but not that big of balls. Okay, said Cox. Yeah, stick it in your mouth. We must do better. But did you have to change your personal Halloween costume, my guy? One whistleblower in the comments revealed that the teens alleged they got fucking doxxed for this? The fuck is wrong with these people? The posts have reached out to the Cedar High School for comment. No, stop doing that. Why is that fucking allowed to happen? And everybody involved isn't, offended by this at all whatsoever. They went to a Walmart, okay? They were trying to cause a little bit of a stir, or maybe pre-gaming and when they're in order to get some, I don't know, snacks or something like that first and foremost, but I don't know, maybe it was just going to be like a prank video or some shit like that. Social media users also called out the kids' parents. Oh my god, what the fuck, for allowing them to leave the house while dressed offensively. The sad part is they think it's okay. People cease to understand that there is literally no reason to wear this as a costume, fumed another. This is traumatic for so many. Just go ask a regular fucking black guy, okay? These are people who their only interactions with minorities are when they have to pay the lawn care providers. They're just devoid of humor, devoid of contact with reality, and they don't want anybody else to experience something that has been lacking in their life for a long time, a thing called fun. Well, you can take those first 2 letters, a bunch of fucking hall monitors, and apply that as necessary, but also take that same energy and then hopefully, okay, maybe you came across somebody who was also in that Walmart, okay, maybe there was some similar aged girls with their titties hanging out because they needed to go out as a sexy devil or a sexy nurse or whatever the hell the current fucking fad is. Hopefully you just have that same energy by saying, I wonder if their parents are proud of their choices if they think that that's okay. But again, there's a double standard, and that's just the way that you need to act in today's society, I guess. Shout out to these kings right here. That shit is funny as a motherfucker. And I never thought that I'd see some of the bravest actions come from the state of Utah, but hey, we're here. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.